Right. So in this video, I'll talk about aspects. What I have noticed in my astrological practice teaching, that people have very scanty understanding of basics. And because of their problematic understanding of basics, what happens is that when they try to analyze a horoscope and all, because basics are lacking, the analysis is not comprehensive. And because the analysis is not comprehensive, it is problematic, right? Often, like they are not able to find the real cause of the problem, or the analysis is not done properly, the results are not told properly, all of that. So keeping that in mind, from this 24th of January 2026, I am planning to do a course by the name of Decoding Planets. In the course, I will be discussing about planets in depth, each planet for 2.5, 3 hours, talking about all of the details related to planet. The course will primarily focus on understanding the planets and how to make result based on planets. Results such as the result which will be caused by planets in different placements of horoscope. The course is very beginner friendly because it is all starting with the basic of planets, right? So one need to know nothing. One just have to know that if I say that, sun is in the 10th house of the horoscope in Aries Rashi, are you able to know that what is the 10th house and what is Aries Rashi and how sun is situated there? If you know this much, you can join the course. And in the course, as I told you, we will discuss about basics of planets and different things that are indicated by planet, and most importantly, how to use them to make good predictions. All such courses by my old students, such courses are highly eulogized, if I may say. Right? Mastering the yogas, mastering the planets, etc., that I have done earlier. Students, even those who are learning astrology from quite some time, those who are practicing astrology for 20, 30 years also, they have also told that the course have opened their eyes, and many of the techniques of the courses are their utter favorite because of their very much simplicity, because it is basic, but also because of the way it works, right? So anyone interested in learning astrology, particularly mastering the planets, should join the course, and keeping the same content in mind. Aspect aspect of the planet. We know that planets cause aspect, right? What I follow is what I am going to say, talk about, as I discuss in all of my videos. So let's not go into why this, why that. Just absorb the knowledge, right? This basic point. All the planets aspect seventh house from their position. In all of the planets, I don't include Ketu because seventh from Ketu will always be Rahu. So Rahu is always aspecting Ketu. Ketu is always aspecting Rahu. In that particular scenario, any house you are going to analyze where Ketu is situated in, Rahu is also impacting because of aspect, and where Rahu is situated in, Ketu is also influencing there because of aspect. This is like the result of both the planets are present everywhere. So needless, it is useless, right? So seventh aspect of Ketu and seventh aspect of Rahu, I don't take. Right? For Ketu, I take no aspects at all. Right? For Rahu, I do take some aspects. That is there for all the planets except for Rahu and Ketu. They aspect the seventh house from their placement. But with respect to outer planets, right? Planets which are after Earth, Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn, some special aspects are also mentioned. It is told that Saturn aspects third and 10th house, Jupiter aspects fifth and ninth house, and Mars aspects fourth and eighth house from their placement. Now, all the other planets except for these also aspect these houses, but with less intensity. What are the other planets? Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus are the four other planets, right? Rahu, Ketu, we are taking out. So Sun, Moon, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus aspects fifth and ninth house with 50% aspect, fourth and eighth house with 75% aspect, and third and 10th house with 25% aspect. But Saturn have full 100% aspect on third and 10th house, Mars have full 100% aspect on fourth and eighth house, and Jupiter have full 100% aspect on fifth and ninth house. This is the basic point. Now, because the outer planets have some special aspect, right? So, as per one opinion, their seventh aspect is not taken to be very prominent. So, for the other planets, what happened is that for Saturn, on 5th and 9th house, it is 25% aspect. On 4th and 8th house, it is 50% aspect. And on the 7th house, it is 75% aspect and full 100% aspect on 3rd and 10th house. For Jupiter, on 4th and 8th house, there is 25% aspect. On the 7th house, there is 50% aspect. In the 3rd and 10th house, there is 75% aspect. And for Mars, on the 5th and 9th house, there is 75% aspect. On the 7th house, there is 25% aspect. And on the 3rd and 10th house, there is 50% aspect, right? This is speciality with their aspect. Concerning Rahu, I take Rahu to be aspecting 12th, 5th, and 9th house from its placement. 12th house counted directly, and all the aspect of Rahu is 100%. The basics about the aspect. Now, there are some misconceptions related to aspect also. Like, if a planet is debilitated, certainly because the planet aspects 7th from his position, it will be told that the planet is aspecting his exaltation house. This is nothing significant as such, right? All the debilitated planet, because all planets have 7th aspect, will always be aspecting their exaltation house. So for those planets who have a singular aspect, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mercury, they are debilitated, but their aspect is exalted. In that scenario, 50% result is good. And for exalted planet, because they are exalted, but their aspect is debilitated, there is always 50% bad result. So why don't we simply say that the result is mixed and we cannot decide anything? This is escapist approach. People making such statements do not have much experience with astrology, right? But let's not talk much about it. Otherwise, it will be bashing people. I don't want to do that. Involuntarily, it happens. If any time it happens involuntarily. Generally, I do not want to disrespect people. I respect every person. Please note it. Coming back, the nature of aspect of planet very much depends on how the planet is situated in. That's the basic point. First of all, let's understand what is the aspect. Aspect is focus. Suppose, you see, in the classes, what I have seen, like there's a 2-screen setup that I use. So on the second screen, when I am finding a horoscope, for an example, just happened in the class before this, I was doing Prashna class. I was finding a particular type of political Prashna that I did way back in 2018 related to an election. At the same point of time, a student was asking a question. And because I was very much focused on finding the horoscope, you see, I could not listen to the question of the student properly. So I had to tell him to repeat. He repeated, I answered all of that is okay. But you understand, this is what focus does. When you are focused on something, it's not complete lack of consciousness as such. Right? So I have not lost the consciousness that the student is asking the question, not like that. But certainly, this point is very true that I was not able to listen to it 100%. So you see, when you take relationship between planets, the most powerful relationship is exchange, second most powerful relationship is aspect of dispositor, third most powerful relationship is mutual aspect, least powerful relationship is conjunction. Notice the point that aspect of the sign lord is second most powerful and mutual aspect between the planet is third most powerful and conjunction is fourth most powerful, least powerful. Which again emphasizes the point that aspect is more important as compared to placement. Particularly when you talk of planet to planet relationship. So say talk about 7th house. If you want to analyze the 7th house, more important than the planet conjoined with 7th lord will be the planet aspecting the 7th lord. Why I am taking planet aspecting the 7th lord? Because it works a little bit differently with respect to houses. With respect to houses, the house is like a person occupying the house, situated in the house, and the aspecting planet is someone who is, suppose there are two homes in front of each other, there is a alley in between, there is a road in between, right? Other person have a balcony. On the balcony, a person is standing and he's looking at the home. So anything happens with respect to home, some fire breaks out or some thief tries to enter and all, the person who is looking at will be able to take care of it. If he is good and beneficial, he will shout or alarm people that thief is trying to enter or fire have broken and all sort of things that he can do. If he is not beneficial, then in that particular scenario, if he is not good for the house, then in that particular scenario, he may remain silent. Or in fact, he may throw matches or petrol from his balcony to further put instigate the fire in home, right? This is aspecting planet with respect to house. But what happens with house very much dependent on the planet who is in the house, right? Who is the tenant of the house, living in the house, tenant of the house or owner of the house. Rashi Lord is owner of the house, other planet is tenant of the house. Now the thief is trying to enter the house, whether the thief will succeed in entering and stealing things or he will not be, depends on how aware the person in the house is, or whether the fire will catch and the house will be destroyed or it will be subjugated at right point of time. Very much depends on how you know alert the planet in the house is. So with respect to planet placed in the house controls house in a greater extent, but the aspecting planet based on the nature itself, whether he is beneficial or not, can control whether things go completely out of hand or remains under control. And with planet to planet relationship, aspect is more important as compared to the planet situated with. Right? For example, a friend is sitting with you and talking to you, but you are looking at another friend who is in front of you. So you are more aware of the person who is in front of you, whom you are looking at. Their emotions, their activities, their words, all of that you can listen. But this person with you, maybe you can listen his words, but you are not aware of their activities and emotions because you're not looking at them. So this particular way, there is a differentiation. I was talking about how to decide the result of the planet. So planet have a type of condition. Good condition, exaltation, Mool Trikona Surashi Vargottam. Bad condition, combustion, planetary war, debilitation, etc. The condition of the planet is like, take it with respect to emotion. An exalted planet is a happy planet. Own Rashi planet is a cheerful planet. Right? Planet in own house is a safe planet. Planet in friendly Rashi is an enjoying planet. Right? Debilitated planet is weak planet. Combust planet is a humiliated planet. Planet in a planetary war is a planet who is getting defeated or currently fighting. Right? Planet in an inimical Rashi is an uncomfortable planet. Right? I told you the situation of all of the planets in a nutshell. Now suppose a planet who is in good condition, a planet who is in comfortable condition. You see, what is your approach, right? Take it with respect to approach. Aspect is more or less like approach. When you are happy, when you are enjoying, when you are at peace, someone will come to you and will tell you their problem. You will be like, oh, this time will pass. You see, nothing is permanent. Enjoy in life, have fun. This will be your approach. At the other point of times, you are depressed, dejected, feeling broken, someone will come to you. What you will say? Oh, this world is like this only. Everyone is bad. Don't trust anyone. Your advice, your approach very much depends on your current conditions. So, in a nutshell, a well placed planet, his aspect is also good, produces good result. A badly placed planet, his aspect is also bad, produces bad result. But there is more to it. There is friendship and enmity between planet. So if a house is aspected by friendly planet, friend is looking at your home and thief is trying to enter, the friend will alert everyone. He will try to save. What is happening inside the home, he don't know. So maybe a wall inside home can fall down or something can happen. He do not know of it. He cannot save it. But if the complete home is on the verge of collapse, he is well able to see and he will be able to save. So you see, in this regard, aspecting planet is a great saving grace. Seventh house have malefic planets, but aspected by planet who is friendly to the seventh lord. In that scenario, internal dynamics of marital life can be disturbed, but it will not fall down, right? Divorce separation will not happen. The aspecting planet will save. So when the aspecting planet is good, Small disturbances may keep on happening inside the house, but the house is saved. You see, I'm trying to explain it in the same manner as I will explain it to the basic students in the course, right? Very much basic with respect to sorry, real life examples, etc., etc. Right? Expect the same level of teaching in the course also. Try to save. But if inimical planet is aspecting, if a planet who is inimical to the house lord is looking at the house and the thief is trying to enter, he will just wish, oh, maybe he becomes successful, my enemy will suffer, I will have a lot of fun. So when the inimical planet is aspecting, you see, if problem is happening with respect to house, it exaggerates the problem. If good result is happening with respect to house, then say in the seventh house, good planets are there, seventh house is well fortified, but it is aspected by an inimical planet. So though internal dynamics of marriage is good, but from outside, what is outside? Friends and others, right? Internal marriage is you and your partner, the intimate relationship that you have. But then you have outward relationship also, right? Friends, society, community. And because from outside, an enemy is looking. So from this outer areas, there will be problem. So when you see, when malefics are connected to, when malefics are aspecting inimical planets, in fact, are aspecting the seventh house, people around you, it can be family members, it can be friends and all, are not conducive towards your relationship. They don't support it. They create some or other type of issues because of which native suffers. This is the thing. So in a nutshell, we also understand that with respect to the aspecting planet, more important consideration is that whether the aspecting planet is friendly to the house or not. And here comes the importance of percentage that I talked about at the beginning. For example, say seventh house is aspected by both Saturn and Sun from the ascendant. Now Sun is friendly, Saturn is not. You have to decide whether the aspect is good or not. You know that the aspect of Saturn over the seventh house is not 100%. So the aspect of Sun is more powerful. What if both the aspects are 100%? Sun is aspecting from the ascendant and Saturn is aspecting from the 10th house. In that scenario, both the aspect is 100%. And now to decide which aspect is more powerful, you have to see which planet is more powerful. The aspect of more powerful planet will be better. For example, say if the spectator, the planet who is looking at the house, is a powerful person, you say is a minister, and a thief is trying to enter, he will not only shout, he can call the police also, because he is in authoritative position. On the other hand, see the spectator is a normal person going on the road, so he will not shout or he will not call for people, thinking that the people can doubt him also, right? That maybe he is also a bad person, he wanted to enter the house, and because he saw someone, he is now shouting that there is some thief, etc. And all, he will be met with suspicion, however way you call it. So when more than one planet is aspecting with 100% aspect, because when you tackle the problem with this approach, that whether the problem is being saved or whether the result is being saved or not, you will have to find a powerful planet. So go by the powerful planet, right? First, go by the power of aspect that I told in the beginning. If the power of aspect is equivalent, then go by the strength of the planet independently, as I discussed just now. In the same manner, you should apply it to the planet also. So when you are applying it to the fourth lord, right? Fourth house is whether you are happy or not, etc. House indicates whether the thing is happening or not. So fourth house is happiness. Fourth house tells you whether you are happy or not. Either ways, whether you are happy or not, why you are not happy or why you are happy. This why is house lord. Important point should be noted down. All of my students know it. House is the result and house lord is why of the result. Why you are happy or why you are unhappy. For that, you will see the fourth lord. Now, if fourth lord is with a planet and fourth lord is aspected by a planet, you know that for planet to planet connection, aspecting planet is more important. If the person is unhappy and the fourth lord is aspected by Saturn, then the person is unhappy because of laziness. The person is unhappy because of misfortunes that he have to deal with. Person is unhappy because things are being delayed. Person is unhappy because he's lonely. But if the fourth house is indicating good result, so fourth lord indicates why the person is happy. And same Saturn is aspecting right now. So the person is happy because of his hard work. The person is happy because of the support of his servants. The person is happy because of support of general populace. Person is happy because of his discipline, etc. Right? So the same planet can give good result and bad result. That depends on which house we are talking about and what is the condition of the house lord. But remember, if Saturn is friendly to the fourth lord he's aspecting, then in that particular scenario, person is happy. Fourth lord will tell you why you are happy. Fourth lord is aspected by Saturn. So you know that one is happy because of the reasons of Saturn that I just discussed. But say Saturn is inimical to the fourth lord. So this Saturn have a little bit those negative traits also, which brings unhappiness. Right? So the aspect of Saturn, though there will be support of people because of aspect of Saturn, because fourth house indicates happiness, so Saturn is supposed to give you happiness, but little bit laziness it will also give. And laziness will lead to the way of unhappiness if it is inimical. When an inimical planet is aspecting, then the seeds of bad result is also there. And if the person activates the seed, then it is problematic. This is what we call that you have created problem with your free will by your choice. This can be easily resolved. But to resolve it, it is important to realize it. It is important to note. Right? So this is very important point with respect to aspects. There are multiple points as such. If you know of my teaching style, like generally when I talk of one thing, I do not say just, this is aspect and this is one uses of the aspect. Thank you. I don't do this way. Right. So when we talk of aspect, we will talk of aspects in detail. Right. What is speciality with the aspect of Sun? What is speciality with the aspect of Saturn, etc., etc. And because it is a basic course, a lot of basic related things, all of the signification that I have told you, what a good Saturnian aspect will do, what a bad Saturnian aspect will do, etc. I will teach in much detail. A lot of the principles related to aspect, how the aspects work, what is the uses of aspect, etc. is there that we are going to discuss in the course. So if you are wanting to learn astrology, wanting to practice astrology, learn astrology properly, practice astrology with confidence and accuracy, and want to know about planets in an in-depth manner, those things, see, I guarantee one thing in my course, shock factor. Right, 100% it is that you will come into course and you will be shocked about how you don't know these things, how you don't know the right way to do things, right? The shock factor, I guarantee. So if you want to be shocked and thrilled with the knowledge, certainly joining the course is the way to go. Right, to know more about the course, any course that I discuss about in any of the video, the link for the admission of the course is always given in the description. The same rule will be followed here also. Right, to join the course, know more about the course, description is the way to go. Thank you.